Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. And when I was giving a session at that moment, most of the learners, they were posing the same question: what can I do to enhance my vocabulary? And if I'm studying vocabulary, if I'm getting through any new words which I'm encountering while reading. But when it comes to talk about speaking, I'm not able to use that word. I'm not able to memorize the vocabulary. So what I can do? I know vocabulary, but I'm not able to use it at the right time. So what I can do? So in today's video, I'm gonna tell you some sort of strategies, and I'm gonna consolidate some sort of tips that will definitely help you to tackle this problem. And I believe that everybody faces this problem, being a language learner, because if you don't know how to use it, definitely you are gonna lose it. So it's better to use it as much as you can. So in today's video, I'm gonna tell you some sort of tips which will help you to memorize vocabulary, because it's a common problem that we all face. We are learning 10 words, 15 words every day, but when it comes to talk about speaking, we won't be able to use a single word. Why? Because it requires practice. And what kind of things that you can include in your learning that is gonna make it easier. So the first thing that I'm gonna tell you here, when you are learning vocabulary, so it is very important to learn the pronunciation at the same time, because when you're learning new word and later on you're realizing that you are making mistakes related to pronunciation, so it is very important to learn pronunciation at the same time. Apart from that, what else you need to do? When you are learning new vocabulary, so try to understand the parts of a speech. If you know the parts of a speech, whether the word is noun, pronoun, verb, you need to understand the parts of a speech of the word, whether the word is adjective or it's a noun. So this is gonna give you the clarity. Apart from that, you can use that word in your sentences accurately. If you don't know the parts of a speech, so somehow you are gonna make some sort of mistakes, and you are gonna use that word in a different manner, which is not going to be meaningful. So it is very important to understand the parts of speech in order to construct error-free sentences and meaningful sentences, I would say. Secondly, what else you need to do? When you are learning vocabulary, so try to frame some sort of sentences. And you can create your own examples. It is very important to write down some sort of examples. Why? Because when you include some sort of examples, it becomes easier. And what kind of examples that you need to write down? You do not need to follow the same structure that everybody is following. Because what people do if they are learning vocabulary, so they just try to copy paste same sentences in order to revise it. So it's better to write down your own examples. Because when you are going to correlate the word with your own life, you need to relate the word with your personal life, and then try to write down some sort of examples. Suppose the word is defamatory. So how you can relate this word with your personal life? So you can say, yesterday when I was giving a session and one person, he joined and his behavior was not good at all. So he started passing some sort of defamatory statements, something like that. So what you have done here, you have used this sentence by relating it with your personal life, whatever happened in your personal life. So whenever you are learning vocabulary, it's very important to relate it with your personal life or the situation which is happening in your surrounding. So you'll be able to use it accurately, and you can recall it in a very simple manner, and you can recall it very easily. And I believe that rather than getting through the text, you need to go through the visualization. Visualization works very well. I would say that it's better than text. Because when you are going to visualize the situation, so it is going to be as simple as anything for you. Because I believe that it is very difficult to recall the text as compared to visualization. Because if you are watching a movie or if you are getting through any kind of music, so you will be able to recall that situation easily. Suppose you just went to watch a movie in the theater, and then you came back to home and the other person was asking, how was that movie? You will be able to elaborate all the scenes and the dialogues and some other stuff. Similarly, if you read a book, okay, so you will be not able to elaborate all the things as you were describing in the movie. So that means visualization works a lot. and it has great approach when it comes to talk about memorizing the things. So it is very important to create a picture in your mind about the situation whenever you are learning vocabulary. So this is gonna allow you to recall all the words easily whenever it is required. And I believe that the more you are gonna use the vocabulary, the more improvement you can see in yourself. As much as you can, just try to use it. The more you are gonna use it, you are gonna be habitual of it. Yes, and if you don't use it, you will lose it. Absolutely, that's what I believe. So as much as you can, just try to use the vocabulary intentionally. In the beginning you have to use it intentionally, but if you think that okay, now I'm able to use it, then you do not need to put some extra efforts. One more thing that I just want to tell you, if you're learning vocabulary, suppose you have learned 10 words. So what you need to do, try to discuss those words with your friends or anybody, because when we discuss something, so it creates a link to our brain and we will be able to memorize that vocabulary easily. I give you the word violation, then you are going to discuss this word with your friends and your friends are going to repeat this word again and again, and when we repeat something again and again, then it becomes habit, and when something becomes habit, then it automatically comes in your speaking. So this is the approach which you can utilize, and I hope it will work. So I just wanted to include these tips in today's video. So I hope these things are gonna help you. If you're a beginner, so make sure that you're gonna keep all these things in your mind. I'm just gonna give you the quick recap of today's learning. So if you're learning vocabulary, so the first thing is that you need to understand the pronunciation, learn the pronunciation at the same time, and try to understand the parts of speech, because parts of speech is gonna allow you to use sentences accurately according to the requirement. And the third thing that I'm gonna tell you here, that is framing sentences. You need to construct sentences because sentence construction is very important if you're learning vocabulary. You can create your own journal in which you can write down some sort of words along with examples, their parts of speech, and you can also do one thing when you're learning vocabulary. So you can write down their synonyms, you can write down their opposite words, and you can write down some sort of collocation. So here, this is gonna give you the clarity. If you're not able to use the same word, at least you'll be able to use the alternative. So I hope it's enough for today's video, and I will be including some other tips in the upcoming video. So if you like this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. And if you're facing any kind of difficulties, if you're having any kind of doubts, so feel free to put it in the comment section below, and I would love to create one more video on the same topic, because it's not feasible to include all the things in just 10 minutes video or 15 minutes video. So maybe I will bring the next part and I would be including more tips about this. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the upcoming video with some amazing tips. Thank you.